bitches is hot as hell. You know, every time I get hot, I want to start acting up and shit or whatever. It's okay, because all summer 2017, we acting up. We on our worst behavior.
Before LightSkinKeisha would go viral on Instagram for speaking her mind.
But what people don't understand is that it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of like stressful times and a lot of like down moments that has happened to me.
Before LightSkinKeisha would start to run the game with her song Treadmill, and before her song Ride Good would have close to 20 million views at the time of this recording.
I say that, you know, I have like multi-talents. I'm not just a rapper, I'm not just a singer or whatever the case may be. I'm an artist all around. Like
entertainer.
I create.
Before she would help popularize the term period, along with the City Girls, of course.
Who came up with it first? Does it matter?
I don't think it matters. Because at the end of the day, all I know is I've been saying it. So, I mean, this is something that's been in my vocabulary, like, you know what I'm saying, for years. Like.
And to all my City Girl fans, don't get mad. I'm not saying she came up with or made the term popular. I just said help, okay? And before she would have over 1.5 million followers on Instagram at the time of this recording.
And I'm good at pissing people off. It ain't nothing that a block button won't fix, you feel me? But then I go and unblock them because I want them to see my shit.
Keisha came up off of her personality on Instagram, but with her latest releases, she's proving that she's here to stay with the music. But before all of the fame, she had a pretty tough road that includes growing up with 7 siblings and a single mother, being homeless at one point, and even working jobs at Steak and Shake, Metro PCS, and more. And we'll get into all of her jobs and how she got to where she's at today later in this video. What's going on, good people in the comment section? My name is Jeremy Hecht. I hope you're having one heck of a day. And today, I'll be your host, taking you through the life and career of LightSkinKeisha prior to fame. Shout out to my No Socks gang, shout out to the Toilet gang, and shout out to anyone watching in Atlanta. Hit me up in the comments down below. I'll reply to as many people as I can. Recently, I've done other videos on Rick Ross and Big Sean, so be sure to check those out after you finish watching this one. And I also want to give a shout out to the Fame gang and everyone who has their notifications on. I want to let you guys know about an exciting opportunity we have to connect with you guys, the fans of this channel. Have you ever wanted a Before They Were Famous video done on yourself? Do you request videos that we still haven't made for you, or do you simply want us to personally shout you out in one of our videos? Well, we just created a Patreon account that you can join for these perks and more. A link will be down below, and thank you in advance to those who become members. And if you don't have any extra money, don't worry, you can still join the Fame gang by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss a single video. But before we start, I have a trivia question for you. What song does Keisha use as her vocal warm-up in the booth before she records her songs? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around for the answer. All right, let's go! Keisha was born in Atlanta on September 4th, 1981, on the same day as Beyonce. She was raised by her single mother alongside her 7 siblings and 2 god siblings that stayed over at different points in time. But the oldest siblings would move out at different times, so it was never all of them in the house at the same time. But still, that's a busy household, especially for a single mom to raise.
I always looked up to my mama because she raised 8 of us without no help. You know what I'm saying? So like that's my motivation to keep on going, and you know what I'm saying? I gotta buy her bougie stuff a house. You feel me? My mama buy you a house. I said that to you, and I promise I'm gonna buy you a house.
Her dad was a truck driver, and Keisha remembers her dad being in her life when she was around 4 years old, but shortly afterwards, they lost contact. Her mom worked hard enough to make sure all of the kids had fresh clothing and new shoes every year for school. Keisha recalls times where the hot water was cut off, but her mom would wake up at 4 a.m. just to boil enough hot water so that everyone could take warm baths. It's that dedication that inspired Keisha to be so hardworking. Even since she was a little kid, Keisha has had a lot of energy, and her mom knew that she was a natural at performing. Keisha used to dress up in her mom and sister's heels and dance around the house.
Even my mom sometimes, like, she'll just be looking at me like, you're crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just be like, okay, well, that's my child. Like, you know? So, I don't know. I just been like this since I was like a young kid.
Keisha told XXL that her mom would encourage her to sing from a young age, telling her that she is a little superstar, so just sing. Keisha gained a little confidence and started to freestyle in front of her friends at school. Keisha's inspirations were, of course, her birthday soulmate, Queen Bee, Trina because of how real she is, Naomi Campbell because of her ability to move throughout multiple industries, and rappers from Atlanta like Lil Jon and Pastor Troy. But she also had a pretty diverse taste in music, loving Carrie Underwood and Corinne Bailey Rae. I love Corinne Bailey Rae also. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your head down.
Nice. Nice.
Keisha was an all-star cheerleader performing for 13 years during elementary and throughout high school. She says cheerleading taught her a lot about stage presence, and when it comes to stage presence, if you can't tell by her personality, she had a lot of it. Her coach would always put her in the front and center position because of her energy.
Start up, Bez, we got it. Hey, hey, Jaguar.
Keisha graduated from high school and decided to get adult braces. Bold decision, but it seems like it paid off.
Braces was really a big part of this whole LightSkinKeisha thing. Like, if I didn't have braces, I wouldn't be LightSkinKeisha.
For real?
Because my teeth were shot.
After graduation, Keisha worked multiple service jobs that included Metro PCS, Steak and Shake, and Applebee's. I used to work at Applebee's as well as a bartender, but really my biggest contribution to the organization was my enthusiasm for the birthday song. They would literally stop everything and yell, "Jeremy, we have a birthday." And I would come running and hit that song like there was no tomorrow. Happy, happy birthday from Applebee's to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey!
No! Stop it!
After the Bees, Keisha was working at Topgolf. She worked there for a few years in Atlanta, making $700 every 2 weeks, and it was based on tips and really low minimum wage pay, and the hours were 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. She seemed to be working really hard, according to these tweets and in interviews when she mentioned it, but I don't think she liked working there very much. She had to drive from Stone Mountain all the way to Alpharetta, and with the traffic, she got so bored, she started talking to her camera. Keisha started creating videos on Instagram when she was waiting in traffic, and it was those videos that started to show off her personality. Some of those videos would even get hundreds of thousands of views.
I was in the car, therefore I would pick up my phone and I'm gonna record some stuff and be, just going in.
In terms of her rap name, the name actually came from the movie Belly.
So, Keisha. Oh. She's like a dark-skinned Keisha. She's like a brown-skinned Keisha. She played the whole boss female, you know what I'm saying? Like, she handled the business. Like, when Tommy was in the house and he was like, yo, y'all gotta keep that down because Keisha gonna wake up and cuss everybody out. Everybody respected her. Took that and ran with it. I was like, oh, I'm light-skinned Keisha.
Although a lot of people have a problem with her calling herself LightSkinKeisha, and if you look at the comments on most of her videos, many people call her BrownSkinKeisha, but to the haters, she has said that it's because she knew a lot of Keishas growing up and she happened to be the lighter skinned one compared to the rest of them. A few of Keisha's early Instagram videos went viral, including this one, which was remixed on Twitter, YouTube, and Dubsmash hundreds of times, and Keisha even recorded a full-length version of the song called Burnt P-Lips. I won't say the full name because this is a family-friendly channel. But her first official single was called Weather. The song was inspired by another one of her early viral clips, and the song now has millions of streams. Finally, with how much attention her social media was getting, as well as her new song, she was able to quit her job. She didn't want to work for anybody else again in her life. But while her videos were viral, her name was still relatively unknown. Whereas when Cardi B was making Instagram videos on her come up, people knew that was Cardi. Keisha was still just a woman behind some viral moments, but was not yet viral herself. Over time, she grew her page to over 1 million followers, and her name started to ring a bell. She moved out of her mom's house and was staying on her friends' couches and in different hotels. At one point, she was living out of her car and was even homeless. After she was almost attacked by a homeless person while sleeping in a car, she decided she needed a change. It was actually when her friend took her to IKEA that it inspired her to be like, oh, this isn't actually that unaffordable. I can probably buy some of this furniture. And the next day she got an apartment and some IKEA furniture. L.A. Reid saw talent in Keisha and signed her to a deal with his new label, Hitco Entertainment. But don't get it twisted, Keisha says she doesn't want to just be known for her twerk music. She also wants to provide the world with a body of work that they can sit and listen to, and we're excited to hear that. One of the people crucial to Keisha's come up is Coca Van Gogh. He would get her hotel rooms when she was struggling, but apparently when the two first met, they didn't really like each other that much.
He likes to talk. And I came across a conversation one time. He didn't know that I was in the area, and he was talking shit about me, and he didn't know. And I was there listening to his motherfucking ass.
Because I thought
shit.
she was like a thought.
But now it seems like they are very much in love. But before Keisha gets into the booth, there is one song that she likes to sing.
Before I get into my vibe, I like to go into auto-tune and sing Travis Scott. I get those goosebumps every time. I do that all the time.
And there you have the answer to the question from the beginning of the video. I also want to know, what is your guys' shower song? Let me know in the comments down below. I think my current shower song is probably Tyler, the Creator, Earthquake, but it switches in rotation in and out. So let me know yours. Thank you guys for watching the video. That's all I have for you. Dream good, live better. I hope you have one heck of a day, and if nobody's told you yet, I love you. Okay. All right. Shout out the Toilet Gang. See you next one.